In this video, let's see how to create this Plexi model render. I know some of you guys might have seen this render already. It was originally done by Bennett O from ArchiHacks a long time ago. In his work, he did the 3D using Rhino and rendered it using VRig. I wanted to see if it's possible to do something like this using Sketchup and DeFi. You can download the file to follow along with the video. All the low poly models that you see here are from 3D Warehouse. I have made a collection just for this. In case if you guys need a more refined version, Beneteau actually sells a pack of low poly models that he has created from scratch. Once the building was done, I placed a screen or a bowl kind of thing around it. It's curved at the edges to make it seamless. I scaled it down to fit my model and placed it slightly below the model without touching it. Now let's save it and take it into DeFi. As soon as the main screen opens, go to display and turn off this icon to stop the movements and make it static. Then turn off this terrain in the objects panel on the left. Click on this icon and select the SketchUp file that you want to import. Place the model anywhere you want. You can straight away start applying materials. I am going to go with clear glass for the shell. You can search any material you want by typing here and you get a good variety of options in DeFi. Pick one that you might like and apply. I am going with the concrete for the base. It was too rough for me, so I am reducing its AO value, roughness and the normal to approximately 0.1. I also brought down the height value to 0.5. You can select whatever value works for your render. I am going to use frosted glass for the escalator glass railing. One more thing I like about DeFi is that it applies a certain value to the normal, specular and roughness to all objects even before you start applying any material of your own, making them look less flat. I am just going to copy paste this for the floor. I am happy with the materials. Let's move to start setting the scenes. Tip of the day. I am not saying this is the actual way. It works for me. If you are going to render it like a physical model, treat it like a physical model in relation to scale, texture, etc. I had to scale this model down because there is a maximum size for the rectangle lights. So realistically, fill light will be much larger than the actual model to get the soft uniform light. Now for lighting up the scene, I brought the sun down and I am using a rectangle light. I am going with the top down key light. Make the light source bigger to get the uniform light and reduce its intensity to keep it mild and soft. You can also increase the attention radius to increase the light fall off area. I also kept a secondary fill light from an angle at ground level. Reduce its intensity to 0.2. Then go to the effects panel on the right and increase the highlight local exposure and reduce the highlight value and bring the bloom value to 0. Then I also set some additional scenes. If you are getting the clipping plane, you can change this value to remove it. You can also add depth of field and play with its value. You can update a scene by clicking on this icon and save a new scene by clicking on the plus icon. I wanted to add some entourage to this scene. You can go to the asset library, model and under stylized you will find low poly models. Select one, place it and hit V on your keyboard and scale the asset, or you can also scale using the inspector panel. After scaling, hit V again to rotate or move it. I repeated this step a few more times to populate the scene. In DeFi, we don't have a direct option to enable parallel projection. But if you keep the field of view value at 10 mm, you will get the parallel projection. After doing some test renders, I changed the position of the key light and the fill light. I also added depth of field and started rendering them. You can either render them one by one or try batch rendering. This is the final result. Hope you all learned something from this video. See you all in the next one.